Very good evening to all. Today we will start English grammar. In this English grammar session, you will know all the topics of English grammar along with the teaching skills or speaking skills we can say. I welcome you all to Sri Brahmadev classes of excellent education. It is the platform of competitive aptitude as well as academic aptitude. By this portal, all the aspirants will skilled in different types of competitive skills which are necessary for the competitions exams along with their personality development. So let's start our first lecture of English grammar, that is part of speech. All right. So let me upload my file. Till then, more educator, more student get connected with us. Please wait. All right. So let's do this. All right. So coming to our PDF, that is parts of speech. All right. As you all can watch, here it is written parts of speech and their uses. This is the topic of today's session, parts of speech and their uses. All right. So we will discuss here what are parts of speech and how we can use these types of speeches in our daily life as the English grammar skill. All right. So moving to the next slide. Good. All right. Good evening, Vita. Good evening, Arpita. So moving to the next slide. Here it is written that what is speech. Before we move to the parts of speech, we have to know what is a speech. All right. What is a speech? So if we all know that what is a speech, we can also know that what are the parts of speech. Means if we know the speech, what is speech, we can easily find out what are parts of speech. Means parts of speech are the inclusion of this speech. All right. So anyone can tell me, who can tell me that what is speech? Do you know what is speech? Yes, it is a common talk, direct talk or indirect talk. We can simply say that if we are talking to another person, that then that conversation will be a speech. means when we are expressing our thoughts, our feelings to any other person, we can say that is a part of speech and we are speaking. Alright. If we express our thoughts and feelings and other criteria with with another person, a group of person, so this conversation will be a speech. Alright. If we are talking with a group of person or one person, then this phenomena, this process is called a speech. Alright. Coming to the topic, what are parts of speech? So all the parts, all the all the topics which are used in our speech are a part of speech. Alright. Means parts of speech generate speech. Or we can say our speech is generated with the combination of parts of speech. Are you getting my point? So these are interconnected with each other. The parts of speech combination is called a speech, and speech is a parts of speech. Moving to the next slide. What are different parts of speech? As we all know what is speech, and the question raises it that different what are different parts of speeches. All right, means how we can say that a speech consists of different types of parts. All right, we can know that the words which are used in the speech during conversation are a part of speech, are a category of speeches. All right. So if we are talking about what are different parts of speech, so all the words, just a minute, all the words which are used in our conversation, such as, just take an example that I am, just I am going. All right, I am going. So here there are three words which is I, the second is am, and going is the third word. So here we can say that a person is going somewhere. All right. So here I is, what is I? I is a pronoun, am is the helping verb, and going is the verb. Means he is going now. So whatever we doing, whatever we do in any condition, then this will call the verb. verb of the sentence. So I is the pronoun, am is the helping verb, and going is verb. Go is verb and ing is the gerund. Alright. So what are different parts of speech? If we broadly if we broadly taken all the parts of speech, then there are different types of speeches which are in 8 number. One is noun, second is pronoun, third is verb, fourth is adverb, fifth is adjective, and sixth is preposition, seventh is interjection or conjunction, we can say conjunction, and the eighth one is interjection. All right. So if we are talking about the definition along with the example, we will think about what are different kinds of parts of speech. One, the first part of speech is noun. All right. I am giving you the definition along with the example in the next slide. So if we are talking about the first part of speech, which is noun. Noun is the name of any person, place, or thing. As you all know, we have studied this definition in our academic previous classes. Our educator has ramped it in our minds. We can also say that noun is the name of any person, place, or thing, or we can say the naming words are called noun. Alright, the naming word are called noun. Means all the words which are used as name are called noun. Suppose that if we are talking about Taj, Taj or Taj Mahal is situated in Agra and it is known as Taj. So the specific name of that movement is Taj. So that will also be a noun. If we are talking about a person, suppose that Kshitij. So Kshitij, or we can say Kshitij Chauhan. So we are pronouncing a name of person or the name of person. So here it is a name of person that will be also called as noun. Alright. So the naming words are called noun. I want to say that. Or you can use the different previous definition as we all know. I will not repeat that here again and again. After coming to the definition, you have known that definition, and if we are talking about the examples of noun, we can we can easily tell different parts of examples of the noun. First one, I will say that all those things which we watch or see in our daily surrounding are called noun. Means the book from which you are studying is also noun. The table on which your book is held on or put on, then this is also a part of noun, and this is an example of noun. And the chair on which you are sitting is also a noun. You are your name is also a noun. So all the things which are non-living and living, which is present in our universe, is all noun. All right. If we are talking about the kinds of noun, there are five kinds of noun, or noun is class categories. All right. These five categories are: one is common noun, the another is proper noun, third one is material noun, M, and all right, one second. Third one is material noun, and fourth one is collective noun, and fifth one is abstract noun. Just a second. It is abstract noun. All right. So there are five kinds of noun. Five categories of noun are: first one is common noun, second one is proper noun, third one is material noun, and fourth one is common collective noun, and the fifth one is the last one is abstract noun. All right. So there are five kinds of noun. Moving to the next slide, the second part of speech is pronoun. As we all know, noun, and the another is pronoun. Pronoun, as the name mentioned here, means pro plus noun. Pro means pre, used, and noun is noun. So these types of parts of speech are the words which are used as noun, or the replacers of noun. We can say the replacers of noun is called pronoun. The replacers of noun are called pronoun, or we can also say another word. The words which are used in place of noun are called pronoun. So we have studied three types of definitions here. On the basis of our mind, our view, we can create different types of definition of pronoun on the basis of the same hypothesis. All right. So pronoun are the replacers of noun, and if we are talking about what do you mean word pronoun? Is anyone here who can tell me what are pronoun? Who can tell me what are pronoun? Is anyone here who can tell me the definition of pronoun? All right. So the pronoun are the replacers of noun, or we can say the or we can say the words which are used as in the place of noun are called pronoun. So if we are talking about the examples of pronoun, yes, yes, Arpita, what is going on? If you are asking something, then comment in the section. I will reply that. All right. So we are talking about pronoun. The examples of pronoun are these types of pronoun are classified basically into the two parts. One is one is singular pronoun, singular pronoun, and the another is plural pronoun. On the basis of their numbers, we can classify these two types. If we are talking about the singular pronouns, then in the singular pronoun, the words are come which are I, he, she, it, you. These types of words are called singular pronouns. Alright. And if we are talking about plural pronouns, then these plural pronouns consist of they, we, a group of persons which are commonly said as they. So they and we are the plural pronouns. Or you can also commonly say that I, you, we, they, I, you, we, they, he, she, it, or so these types of all the words are called pronoun, or pronoun can be said as the replacers of noun. Alright. All those words which are used in the place of noun are called pronoun. If we are talking about the kinds of pronoun, there are 6 kinds of pronoun which we will discuss in the next lecture of English grammar when we will detailedly study about the pronoun. Alright. So moving to the next slide. Here the third part of speech is verb. Alright. In the group of you class, who can tell me what is a verb? Is there anyone who can tell me the definition of verb? Yes, very good issue. So the definition of verb, if any those words which tells about the work is done or doing, then this condition, are called these type of words are called verb. Alright. Whenever we we watch or see that something is going on, then this the words which makes a sense of doing something, these types of words are called verb. All right. So what do you mean by verb? All those words which tells about the work is doing or done, the whole words are called verb. If we are talking about the different types of verbs here, there are there are two types, sorry. There are two types of verb which are transitive verb, TRA, and as transitive, TIVE. Okay. So these are two types of, one is transitive verb and the another is intransitive, intransitive verb. All right. So The category of verbs are divided into two types. One is transitive and the another is intransitive. Transitive verb is those verbs on in which we know that there is an impact of subject. Means in those in those sentence, if there is an impact on the subject, then these types of verb are called transitive. Alright. And if we are talking about the intransitive verb, there is an indirect impact on the subject but direct impact on the object. Suppose that we took one example of that. You are sleeping. Alright. So here the subject is you who is sleeping. So sleeping and you are interrelated with each other directly. So the verb which is used here is transitive. Alright. And in the next slide and the next example, we can say you are going to your village. You are going to your village. Means going is impacted on village. Means if we are saying where are you going, you can say, you will also say that I am going to my village. Alright. So village and going is interrelated with each other directly with an object. Object is here is village, and the verb is not so related with the subject but directly related with the object here. So these are two types of verbs. One is transitive verb and the another is intransitive verb. So the students who are not getting these types of facts and figures can tell me. I will sort out any of the query raised by you. Alright. Moving to the next slide. Is there any problem? All of you have known what is noun, pronoun, verb. Is there any query? Alright. No query. Alright, thank you. So if we are moving to the next slide, we will know the fourth parts of speech. The fourth part of speech, as we all have studied just now about the verb. So the adverb. The fourth part of speech is adverb. If we are talking about an adverb, the word which qualifies a verb, this is the definition of adverb. The word which qualifies a verb are called adverb. Alright. Means those word which qualifies a verb is called adverb. Are you getting? Means the qualifiers of verb are called adverb. What is a adverb really mean to? Means it is asking what is adverb. Who can tell me? Qualifiers of verb. Yes, very good. Means if we are qualifying a verb, then the word which are used to qualify the verb is called adverb. Means the second definition we can extract from here, those word which are used before the verb to qualify them are called adverb. Means if we are saying that if we are saying that um, go go slowly, go slowly means go is a verb and it is talking about slowly the motion. All right, means he is talking about going, but he is saying that please go slow, please go slow. So the verb, the word slow or slowly qualifies the verb go here. So this is used as an adverb. So we can also take many of the examples. All right, go slowly, speak fluently, and you are so intelligent. This is an example of adjective, not adverb. All right. So please, what are you asking? All right, nothing. If you are talking about an adverb, the word which qualifies a verb are called adverb, and these words are used before the verb. So it is not specified that the all adverb are used before the verb. All right. Sometimes the words which are adverb can also used as the preceders of adverb, or they can also used before or after the adverb. So here we have discussed the definition of adverb, and different types of adverb are there are six types of adverb also. One is adverb of manner, adverb of quality, adverb of quantity. All right, these types and many more are discussed in the different types, different lecture. All right, moving to the next slide. What is an adjective? Adjective is fifth kind of parts of a speech. So, what is an adjective here? Who will tell about what is an adjective? An adjective is a word. An adjective are those words which qualifies noun and pronoun. All right. The qualifiers of noun and pronoun are called adjective. What is definition of adjective? As I have talked about, as I have speak about. So this is the adjective definition. So who can tell me what is an adjective? Is there anyone? Yes, Gaurav. Very good. Means and pronoun are called adjective. The words which qualifies a noun and pronoun are called adjective. In any manner, we cannot going there. In any manner of it can be manner of quantity, manner of quality, manner of respectivity, means comparativity. All right. So if it is qualifying a noun or a pronoun, then it will be an adjective. Getting my point? If we are talking about an example of adjective is, so adjective, that is the man, the man who is roaming about along the street is thick. The man roaming along the street is thick. Thick not fat. Fat. All right. Sorry. It will be fat. The man who is roaming around the street is fat. Means fat is a verb. Fat is the word which qualifies about the quality of the man who is roaming around the street or along the street. So the fat word is an adjective. He is qualifying the a man, or man will be a, one second. Fat qualifies the man. All right. So here fat is a qualifier of noun because man is noun. Man is a common noun. If we are talking about the kinds of adjective, there are four kinds of adjective mainly, all right, which we will discuss in the next lecture. We are talking about the parts of speech, not we are deep going to deep. So this will be this will be discussed in the next lecture when we studied about the adjective. All right. So if we are talking about the another parts of speech, that will be preposition. All right. Means the words which are used as to indicate the location, the position of the object of or the subject. So these types of words are called preposition. All those words which are used to locate or to position or to tell about the position of the object subject are called preposition. Preposition. Pre means pre means first, and position means location or position means the location or uh, from which on which the object or thing is put. Or all right. So all those words which tells about the position, location of the object or anything is called preposition. So if we are talking about the kinds of example of preposition, there are many kinds of prepositions as in, into, beside, behind, under, above, across. These are all parts of speech, and they will come in the preposition. These are the example of preposition. Suppose that if we are talking the preposition, just a second, just all right. All those words which tells about the position and location of the thing, object or subject or object of in the sentence are called preposition. Alright. These are into, above, across, under, beneath, in front of. All these types of word are called preposition. Suppose that if we are taking an example, the cat runs after the rat. The cat runs after the rat. So after here is a preposition. If we are talking about the another example, woman jumped into the well. Woman jumped into the well. Into is a preposition. All right. Please walk on the left side of the road. So on here and off here are those two words which are preposition. So these are some of the examples of preposition. All right. Moving to the next slide. What are conjunction? What are conjunction? Conjunctions are those words which act like a mediator of two sentences. Those words which joins two sentences are called conjunction. They are acting like a a junction between the two sentences. Suppose that if we are talking about Ram is going, but Sita is ill. Alright. So, but here is acting like a mediator who mediate mediate between the two sentences, or this word is acting like a jointer, so which joins two sentences. Ram is going but Sita is ill. But is the conjunction here. Alright. Taking the another example, I will not go. I will not go until you come. Means there are two sentences. I will not go. You come. And until is until is acting like a mediator between the two sentences. It is acting like a conjunction. So until you would not come, I will not go. Or we can say, I will not go until you come. So until here is a conjunction which is joining two sentences. So we can say until is a conjunction. All right. Just like these two, there could be another examples of conjunction. All right. Taking one another example, he would he would pass as he studied. Alright. He would pass as he studied means he would definitely pass if he would study. So as is acting like a mediator or a conjunction in this sentence. So conjunctions are those words which joins two sentences, two phrases, two clauses. Alright, those words are called conjunction. Are you getting my point? Moving to the next slide. What is interjection? What is interjection? Interjection means those words which came in single sentence and joins two different types of fact in one sentence is called interjection. Suppose that if we are taking an example that Mrityunjay Mrityunjay alright Mrityunjay is not only intelligent but also disciplined. Alright. Mrityunjay is not only intelligent but also disciplined. Means two qualities of a one person is telling about in this sentence. Mrityunjay is intelligent as well as disciplined. So not only but also here is acting as an interjection. Interjection. Alright. So if we are talking about two or three qualities, more than two qualities about a person, about a fact, these types of words are called interjection. Alright. So if we are talking about the interjection, not only but also is interjection is an interjection. If we are talking about another example, so the another example is he is a he is a writer as well as a poet. All right. So he is a writer as well as a poet. So there are two different qualities of a person. He is a writer, he writes, and he did poetry. He do poetry. So there are two types of qualities in one person, and it is joined by as well as. So as well as, and not only but also. In the previous one example, this is the there are these are the two interjection. Is there any problem? So if we are talking about the another examples of interjection, there could be many more. All right, means if we are talking about two different types of fact, figures, and many qualities of only one person, these types of parts of speech is called interjection. All right, so moving to the next slide. Moving to the next slide. Mainly, there are 8 parts of speech, but in some books, some writers have described article, numerals, and determinants as the parts of speech. So, we will also conclude these three in the parts of speech for you. Alright, what is term article? Article means here the article is not that article which is published in the newspaper. That one is different one. Alright. Here article are the word which tells about the numerals of object, things, the people. Alright. Article could be definite article or indefinite article. Article could be definite article or indefinite article. In the definite article, we uses the as the definite article. The as the definite article, but if we are talking about the indefinite articles, we will use a and n as the indefinite articles. All right. So there are two types of articles. One is definite and the another is indefinite. I and indefinite is there. So there are total three types of article which are used. If we are talking about the numerals, numerals are those digits which indicate about the number of objects, the number of things, the number of person, the number of all those. Majority means majority. Majority is indicated with this numeral. All right, means 1 dozen of banana, 1 dozen of banana, 3 packs of shoes, pair of shoes, or pair of specs, pair of trousers. All those words are called numerals, which indicate about the digital form, about digits. All right. So we have discussed that article numeral. Coming to the next one, determinants. What are determinants? Determinants are those words which determines about the position of different types of subject, object, or what the other is subject. All right. So if we are talking about the determinants, we use that, those, these, that, those, these as a determinant. These are also called the indicators. Means taking an example that this is my house, means the house which is built here is mine. This is my house. That ball which you have sixth played sixth is mine. That is here an a determinant. All right. So that means those cattle, those cattle which are grazing in the field are yours. Means here all those cattle, all those animals which are grazing in the field are his, are yours, his. Means all right. So these types of three determinants are called determinants. These types of three words are called determinant. One is this, that, those, these. There are four types of. All right. There are four types. One is this, the another is those, this, that. All right. This, that, these, those. I will not write here. I will speak. This, that, those, these are called determinants. So these three are all included in the parts of speech by some writers in the some books. Alright. So all these three types of parts of speech is also called parts of speech. Now with simple steps we will just recap what we have studied now. One, we have we have studied about the speech. What is speech? All right. What are speech? Parts of speech, in which we have studied about parts of speech. We have studied about the definition, examples of the parts of speech. The conversation is the parts of the conversation is speech. All right. The conversation is speech, and the parts of speech which are used in the speech is called parts of speech or the categories of speech. There are 8 categories of speech. One is noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, interjection, conjunction, prepositions. All these types of main parts of speech is there. And if we are talking about the three different parts of speech, one is article, then another is determinant, then another is article, numerals, and determinants. There are three types which are concluded. So in the next section we will detailedly explain all these three types of parts of speech. All right. Till then, stay safe, stay happy, and be educated. Jai Hind. Is there any query regarding this topic? No. All right. No problem. Jai Hind to all.